Hello, my name is Alejandra, and today I will be going over some tricks that have helped me to learn the major muscles of the lower limbs. First, the best way to help remember the muscles that is also a very fun way to do is by drawing out the muscles on your own. You can do this by first drawing out the bones where the muscles are located. Once you have your bones here of the pelvis, the femur, and the tibia with the patella bone, we can now draw one of the major muscle groups of the lower limbs, which are the quadriceps in the anterior thigh. You can start by drawing the vastus intermedius down the middle of the femur. You know it's in the middle because it has intermediate in the name. Then you can draw the shape of the vastus lateralis and vastus medialis on each side of the vastus intermedius. And their name also corresponds to their location, with the medialis being on the medial side and the lateralis being on the lateral side of the femur. Then, over the vastus intermedius, you can draw the last quadricep muscle, which is the rectus femoris, that crosses the hip joint at the AIIS of the pelvis. Then, other than the quadriceps, you can also draw the muscle that goes over these muscles, which is the sartorius, that comes all the way from the ASIS on the pelvis to the medial side of the tibia. This really helped me visualize the muscles so that when I see a model or cadaver of them, it will be much easier to recognize them. Also, a trick you can use is that if the muscle crosses a joint, it will always act on the joint it crosses. Now, I want to give some other tricks that I have used that have really helped me know the muscles. First, for the deep gluteal muscles, also called the lateral thigh rotators, you can use this mnemonic that corresponds to the order of the muscles from superior to inferior, which is pretty go go queen. P of pretty for piriformis. Then for go-go, the first G is gemellus superior, the first O is obturator internus, then the other G is for gemellus inferior, and the last O is for obturator externus. And then the Q from Queens stands for Quadratus femoris. Also, to first see the piriformis, you can always remember that the sciatic nerve will always come out from under the piriformis, and this will help you know the location of it. Then, a way to know the posterior muscles of the thigh, which are the hamstrings, you can think of this mnemonic that the muscles bend towards me. And this represents that when you flex these muscles, in which that they extend the thigh and flex the knee, you will be bending your leg towards you yourself, if you were to say the same. So bend towards me. The B stands for bicep femoris, the T stands for semitendinosus, and the M stands for semimembranosus. Now I will give some weird tricks that you can use to remember certain muscle locations and actions. First, for the action of the sartorius, you can think sartorius sounds like the word victorious. And when a pirate just got some very good loot, he is victorious. And makes this victorious pose with his leg that represents the action of the sartorius muscle, with the knee flexed, the thigh flexed, and the thigh abducted and laterally rotated. Then, to remember the location of the tensor fascia latae, latte sounds like a latte drink. You can think when you are waiting at Starbucks for your latte to come, you put your hands on the side of your hips, waiting for your latte, which is the location of this muscle. Lastly, the Gracilis muscle, the name sounds very much like grass, and this muscle has a shape that is very thin, long, and mostly vertical, like grass is. And that can help you identify the shape of this muscle. Don't forget to keep practicing your muscle actions, and thank you so much for watching.